Ever walk into a room and immediately get the vibe that someone's important without them even saying a word? Like, they're not showing off, not being loud, not dripping in designer, but somehow everyone's paying attention to them. Been there. Many times. I used to think status was all about money, fame, the car you drive, all that surface stuff. But here's the truth. Real social status? It's quiet. It's subtle. It's energy. And the wild part? You're sending signals all the time, even when you don't realize it. So today, we're breaking down 8 subtle signs that tell people what your social status is without you ever needing to say a word. Some of these might surprise you, and some, you might already be doing them. Let's get into it. 1. You're not easily impressed. Okay, first sign, you don't overreact to everything. You know those people who act like every story is the best thing they've ever heard? Oh my God, you ate tacos in Mexico? That's insane. Breathe, it's just food. High-status women have this calm, grounded way of responding. They're curious, sure, but they're not easily dazzled. It's not about being cold or unimpressed, it's about discernment. Like you've seen enough, done enough, and don't need to act like everything is mind-blowing just to be polite. It's kind of like wine tasting. You don't gulp the whole glass and scream, "It's grapey." You take a sip, notice the details, maybe raise an eyebrow if it's really something. You don't need to perform excitement to be liked. Take your time. Let people earn your full attention. That quiet selectiveness, it says more than words. 2. Calmness under pressure. Graceful women stay calm when things go sideways. Let me paint you a scene. I was once at this networking event, super packed, fancy drinks, lots of power suits talking. Suddenly, a guy drops his entire cocktail tray. Glass everywhere. Raspberry mojito crime scene. Everyone jumps, gasps, panics, except for this one woman who, instead of freaking out, just glides over with this calm energy. She kneels down, gently helps him gather the glasses, smiles, and says, "Don't worry, it happens to the best of us." No drama, no performance, just grounded presence. And get this, the whole room shifted. People stopped staring at the mess and started watching her. That calm, self-assured energy, it's magnetic. You don't lose your center when things fall apart. And that is true confidence. Next time chaos hits, pause, breathe, stay grounded. That's elegance, that's status. 3. Others seek your validation. This one is subtle but powerful. People naturally look to you for cues. They watch how you respond to decide how they should feel. Ever been in a group where someone tells a story and halfway through, everyone instinctively glances at that one woman to see if she's smiling or quietly nodding in approval? That's presence. That's status. I remember being at a dinner where someone told this long, slightly awkward joke. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't exactly stand-up material either. No one really reacted until this one woman at the table gave a small, knowing smile. Suddenly, everyone relaxed and laughed. They weren't responding to the joke, they were following her lead. That's what happens when people quietly value your opinion. You don't need to be cold or critical, but do be intentional. When your validation is thoughtful and rare, it holds real weight, and people feel that. 4. Confident body language. Your body speaks before you do. And high-status women, they don't fidget. They don't shrink themselves. They don't sit like they're apologizing for taking up space. They move with ease, with presence. Think. Shoulders back, soft but steady eye contact, chin gently lifted, just rooted, grounded, comfortable in their skin. Back in the day, I'd walk into rooms with that nervous energy, shoulders tight, arms crossed, eyes scanning for the nearest exit like I needed an escape plan. And people picked up on that energy immediately. They mirrored it. But once I started softening my posture, slowing down my movements, and actually being present in my body, everything changed. People listened more. They leaned in. I wasn't louder, I was simply clearer. Here's the key. Move like you belong there, because you do. Even the smallest shift in posture, it can change the entire vibe. 5. People listen when you speak. Here's something powerful I've learned. You don't need to raise your voice to be heard. Women with presence, when they speak, the room naturally leans in. Why? Because they've taught people, without even trying, to pay attention. Think about it. You've probably seen someone talking to a group while everyone's still scrolling on their phones. Awkward, right? But then someone else says just one thoughtful sentence and suddenly everyone's tuned in. That's not volume, it's presence. High-status women speak with intention. They pause. They don't rush to fill silences. They trust that what they're saying matters, and that quiet confidence, it's magnetic. I once worked with a woman who barely spoke in meetings, but when she did, everyone stopped. No filler, no rambling, just clear, calm, grounded words. People respected that. They waited for her take. So next time you speak, slow down, breathe, let your words land. 6. Subtle but sharp style. Let's talk style, and no, I'm not saying you need to look like you stepped off a runway. But the truth is, elegance shows up in how intentional you are with your appearance. Elite women often dress in a way that's simple but unmistakably sharp. Clean lines, effortless fits, nothing screaming for attention but definitely not blending into the background either. They're not covered in logos, they're communicating self-respect. I had a phase where I wore skin-tight clothes with animal print. I thought it was expressive. Honestly, it was just distracting. The moment I simplified. Think soft neutrals, structured silhouettes, flowing fabrics, a bag that actually elevates an outfit, people responded differently. More compliments, more connection, more ease. It's not about trends, it's about looking like someone who's thoughtful with how she shows up. So before you head out, ask, does this reflect who I'm becoming? If yes, you're already ahead. 7. Others respect your boundaries instinctively. Ever notice how some women never get interrupted? They speak and people just listen. Or they set a boundary and no one pushes back. That's not luck, that's status through self-respect. High-value women don't chase respect. They embody it. And it shows, in how people instinctively honor their space, time, and energy. I remember once telling someone I couldn't make it to an event because I had a lot going on. They pushed, guilt-tripped, tried to convince me, and yep, I gave in. Now, I simply say, thanks for the invite, I won't make it. No long explanation, no apology, and surprisingly, people just accept it. Because when you honor your own boundaries, others will follow. It's like having invisible edges to signal, I know my worth, and I protect it. Stand your ground, gently, clearly, unapologetically. You don't need to explain your no, just own it. 8. Delayed reactions. Elite women don't rush to react. They don't nervously laugh to fill space. They don't instantly agree just to seem kind or agreeable. They pause, they reflect, and then they respond, calm, thoughtful, intentional. There's something magnetic about someone who's completely at ease with silence. I had a friend who would pause for a full 3 seconds before answering any question. The first time it happened, I honestly thought she didn't hear me. But then, bam, clear, insightful, quietly confident. She wasn't stalling, she was simply comfortable thinking. Most of us have been trained to fill every pause, like silence is awkward or dangerous. But the truth? A moment of stillness gives your words more weight. Try it. Next time someone asks you something, pause, breathe, then speak. People will lean in and wait, curious about what wisdom is about to land. So these were 8 subtle but powerful signs that reveal your social status. None of them are about being loud, flashy, or doing the most. They're about how you carry yourself. And honestly, you don't need to become someone else. Most of this is about coming back to yourself and letting go of the pressure to over-explain, over-please, or over-perform. So pick one small thing to focus on this week. Tiny shifts make a big impact. And hey, if you're also on this journey of showing up with more quiet power and confidence, you're in good company here. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next one, darling.